What up? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
Good. You look all comfy up there. You look mountainous.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch to do today. As soon as we're done with the show, I have to get my second vax today.
Oh, today's day number two. Or shot
Yeah.
number two. Okay, okay. You didn't get sick from your first one, really, did you?
I got really tired.
Okay. I heard the second one is a little worse than the first one. I'm not saying that to freak you out or anything. I'm just saying I heard with because you got Pfizer, right?
Yeah, my ex-husband Joe said that the day like tomorrow and the next day I'll be super tired.
That's what I heard with Pfizer was yeah, that the second shot's a little heavier than the first. Which is
Yeah.
weird. It's weird because the first shot makes you like 85% protected, and then the second shot just pushes you up that extra 8% to like the 95 or the extra 10%. So the shot that only gives you 10% extra is the shot that comes up and says, "How you doing?"
Yeah.
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 So
It's fine. I like to sleep anyway.
yeah. Um, I want to share something with you.
Okay.
So my name says Ian Riley, you idiot, right?
Yeah.
Right before we got on, somebody shared a TikTok with me of a guy that does his TikTok is mean life hacks. So he did a video on folding a fitted sheet, and everything was like, "Hey, today I'm going to show you how to fold a fitted sheet because I know you say you know how to, but you don't, you idiot. So here's what you do: you pull it across like this, moron, and then you put it together like this, and then you switch like this, not too hard, right? Okay, we're going to turn it around, and we're just going to do it again, okay? Like this, again, like this, again, you moron." It's pretty funny. He's just
I
got
would
like this little mustache. Huh?
be able to watch it.
No? Would be too uncomfortable?
It's too negative for me.
Oh
I don't want
man.
people to be mean at me.
I thought it was pretty funny. I liked it. There's like
Yeah, you and I have different sense of humor though. Like I can't do prank calls. I can't stand in the room when you talk to solicitors. Like I can't. I have to walk away. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm gonna say we don't have different sense of humors, we just have different boundaries.
Yes, like there's this group in Ripon. So there's like a regular neighborhood watch group, and then there's this group making fun of the neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
Only lasted maybe a month, and I had to jump out because I
Did you
just
you know what it is for me though? You know where my boundaries are? Because like I don't have really boundaries with people like when I'm talking to like solicitors and stuff, right? And this is not fair. I recognize that there's misogyny in here, right? When women start joking about like women's things, like body functions and stuff, I am an adult male who still has a hard time sometimes being comfortable around that because I don't know how I'm supposed to react and I don't necessarily understand all of it, and so I get uncomfortable.
you don't understand
I mean, I
pooping and
do,
peeing every day.
I do. I just like I don't like it's something like I feel like I can't join that conversation, and so just it's like I feel uncomfortable.
You're grown up.
I know.
Okay.
I'm saying like with the jokes and stuff. Like I don't know like which ones I can like I don't know if I can laugh or not. Like if it's okay to laugh or if I'm laughing too hard. Like does that make sense?
Yeah, I know you mean.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
friend buddy up here, because you know me, I'm super open. But my friend had a buddy up here who does not know that. He doesn't know me that well, you know? And he and I started like getting like having conversation like you and I would have off the air. And his buddy's all, I don't think that we're supposed to be talking like this. And my friend's all, oh, nothing offends her. She's fine. And he's like, oh, I'm offended a little bit.
Oh yeah. No, but I would also say and maybe for you and me because I think that we both have a tendency to go a little extra sometimes when we're joking. Like we're out and open like that, right? But I would say that over the last 20 years, it's at least evolved in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're also really good about not doing it on the air and doing it off the air too.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Just kidding.
I hear something in the trees and I don't know if it's a.
Are
Oh, we usually have wild turkeys running around here, but we don't today.
you tracking? Are you tracking?
Yesterday it was wild turkeys. I don't know what it is today. Something loud though. All right. Yeah, I'm getting my second shot. I'm getting kind of nervous.
Okay, okay. You'll be all right. It'll be fine. It will be. It will be. You know what? Because like you said, you like to sleep.
I do like to sleep, but
Yeah.
I also like people taking care of me. So I'll probably have to recruit my parents or something.
Mom,
No,
Dad, we never planned on a pandemic.
when I'm not feeling well like that, I just want to be. I want dark room
Yeah.
and just lights out.
What kind of food?
Um, just broth. I want like a spicy beef broth or like a pho or a ramen.
Okay. Do you ever do like do you do what do they call it? Sicky toast or like the cut up toast slices and chicken noodle soup and
I usually only eat toast, and but that's the other thing: cream of wheat with toast.
oh, that's so specific and cream of wheat. Okay.
I love cream of wheat. It has to be made perfectly, usually by myself or my mother. My
What's
dad
perfect
always
cream of
made
wheat?
it growing up.
Too lumpy?
Yeah, like
Okay.
you have to with cream of wheat, you have the water has to be like medium or low, and you have to be constantly stirring it, or it's going to clump up.
Do you when you go to somebody's house or you're staying somewhere and they make something that you don't like, do you tell them you don't like it? Or if they keep making it, do you tell them you don't like it?
I'll eat it the first time, but I might
Okay.
say something the next time. But no, I eat it if it's in front of me. Like there's been 2 times that my friends were trying to be awesome and make like gluten-free noodles, and make this badass dinner for me. And I've gone over there and I've eaten it. It was so gross. And then like she took a bite and she goes, "Ew, don't eat that. What are you doing?" But I wasn't gonna say anything. That's happened twice.
Okay. My dad got really sick when I was like 12, and so my aunt and uncle took me in for like a month because my mom like basically lived at the hospital, right? And every single morning for a month, I had like plain cream of wheat because she made it for me the first morning, and I didn't know I was going to be staying there for a month, and I didn't want to be rude. It's like, wow, this is so good. Thanks, Aunt Jenny. I love this. Every day for the next 15, 30 days, it was cream of wheat in the morning, and I couldn't walk it back and tell her I didn't like it. So I just had to suck it up and eat it.
That happened with my brother when he first met my now sister-in-law's mom, his mother-in-law now. He kept eating eggs, so she just kept making them. And he was like, after like the 7th egg, I had to be like, "What are you?" She's like, "I just thought you were hungry." He's like, "I'm not going to tell you no."
And that's just it, because as you're being polite and you finish the whole thing, the first thing there was like, well, he finished it all. He must love it. More, make more, make more. So like the first time I had cream of wheat over there, I just got like a little bowl, but like because I was a big growing boy, I got like a big bowl of cream of wheat every morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
So no, I don't tell people I don't like it.
So I think now I kind of judge the longevity of how long our relationship is going to be before I say anything. Like, is this
Like
going to be
even
pretty
if
quick?
like okay, yeah, okay. If you're on like a date, will you complain about the food
If we're eating at a restaurant or if they're cooking, which one? Or both?
at a restaurant?
Okay, at a restaurant, hmm.
Not on
You
date
know
one, I
what?
won't.
You know what? Date one, I will in a fun way. Like if we're eating somewhere and it's a restaurant, I'll be like, huh. If it's one thing, I'll be like, you know what? That wasn't necessarily my favorite, but now I know.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
how I'd approach that, because I'm finding, I don't know if you've noticed this in your dating or not, but I'm finding that, and I'm guilty of doing it too, and I realize that I do it now sometimes, that when you're connecting with somebody or you're trying to connect with somebody, you start like in that initial first couple of days, you can really gauge like how quickly and willing they are to just change everything, you know, and not necessarily tell the truth. Like you can tell if they're not necessarily telling the truth about something. And so I made a conscious decision like 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago, that if we're out doing something, if there's something that doesn't appeal to me or I don't like, not from them, just in general, I'm going to be honest about it and try and be kind of like fun about it, so that they know if there's something I don't like, I'll be vocal and let them know. And then
Okay.
and then it also kind of lets you gauge whether or not they're going to be vocal with you. Because I'll bet maybe in your last relationship or in your marriage or however it was, you know, for me, I had a hard time being vocal about things that really bothered me. That was like an uncomfortable conversation, you know. And you can gauge whether or not you're going to get that out of somebody by how willing they are to be honest about the things that aren't necessarily uncomfortable. Like if this baked potato sucks, say this baked potato sucks.
Yeah, it was, yeah, like last night, the guy I was with, he didn't like the wine. And so he wasn't getting any. And you know me, I'm going to drink the wine anyway.
Right.
But I didn't just say that. Like, I know you think the wine is gross and it's not my favorite, but I'm going to drink it anyway. So get up and get me another glass, you know? But instead, I just sat there drinkless at a concert that I was not that excited about.
Oh,
I
Counting
wanted to
Crows.
be, and I'm sure people who like the Counting Crows are into it, but I was just, and you know, the other thing that annoyed me about who's the lead singer?
Adam Duritz.
He was chewing gum the whole time. You have a microphone in front of your face. We can hear that.
I didn't know that.
Dude, he's chewing the whole time.
I see. I watch. Usually, typically, the first nights my kids go back to their mom to kind of decompress and sort of reset. I'll go in my the playroom and I'll throw a concert on my projector at night. And so I've done Counting Crows a couple of nights. I love them. But we talked about before. You know, where it annoys me with him is where it should be Mr. Jones, and you know, with him it's like, and Mr. Jones and me. You know?
Yes.
And it's like, dude, just sing the song.
Singing the rest of the song.
Yeah. So, and it makes it hard to sing along.
Like he was into it, but I was like falling asleep on his shoulder. I was like, that was not for me.
Were you sitting down or standing up? You were sitting down?
We had really good seats.
Okay, so you had to sit down then there, or it was like preferred to sit there?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Jones came on and I stood up because I was trying to wake up and I wanted to have a good time.
Yeah. I realized
confused by the economy right now. Like, there are some places that won't even give you change back if you have cash. And then there are other places that are cash only. So I get up to get myself a drink because I don't want to ask him to get me another drink. And it's cash only at this venue. And I'm like, really? Because downtown, I can only use my card everywhere. Like, what is... Ugh. It's so frustrating. I don't carry cash ever. Your sound is gone.
There you go. Can you see me now? Okay. I'll take cash like for disc golf for Sunday singles and stuff like that, but I never have cash on me. Who carries cash?
I carry cash to tip the bartenders because otherwise they get taxed on it. But I don't carry like a lot of cash. I just don't, because I spend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't count it.
Samesies.
And all of a sudden it's just gone. You know?
I won $25 at Sunday singles on Sunday for disc golf, and that $25 was spent like within the first hour and a half.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to show for it. I think it was like Takis for the kids, some food and stuff, you know? My kids saw a commercial for Blue Takis, so we had to go get Blue Takis.
I saw those at the store the other day, and Joey was like, "That's gonna turn my poop blue. I'm cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, like around Christmas, the holidays.
Layla will. What with the Christmas, the holidays? What do you mean?
Hey, I'm gonna come out of the room and come right back in. Okay.
Okay. Is it me or is it him? It's him, huh? Oh God, I'm so tired, you guys. No, my date was nice though. Super nice guy. Very smart, very intelligent and educated and successful. So, you know, of course I'm going to sabotage that. Yeah. Desiree. So he was nice. He was super nice and probably awesome for anybody else today. I'm just not I don't know. I don't know. I'm broken. I really am.
I came in and I'm broken.
No, I was telling them about my date while you're jumping
okay.
off. I've seen how nice the guy was, so of course I'm not going to go out with him again.
Right. Too nice. Won't do it again.
Successful, intelligent, educated, opened all the doors.
Not enough red flags, right?
Not one.
Right.
Didn't call his ex-wife crazy. Not one.
Yeah.
Not one.
Well,
So
I was going to transition to
huh?
you know, around Christmas time when they have the colored icings and you eat it straight and then all of a sudden it's green or red. That's what I was going. I was going 12-year-old Joey style with the poo. And you're like talking about like, how do I accept somebody with no red flags? We need to get through this. I'm like, your poo's red.
Okay. I have to laugh, dude. I'll take a red flag over not. We just didn't click. And it wasn't that he was unfunny either. It's just our personalities just I didn't feel that they clicked. Maybe he feels differently. And if you're watching this, I'm so sorry that you're finding out this way, but I think he knew,
Right.
Super nice. I don't have anything bad to say about him. We just didn't click.
Right. Right. I'm finding that a lot in dating. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had where we've gone, you know, a couple days talking and then just like there's no real follow-up. And nobody's reaching out to the other saying, how come there's no follow-up? Because it's just not clicking.
Just not. Hello.
Where do you usually lose? Like, what's your first indication that something's not clicking? Like when you're really paying attention, like where do you usually see like, oh, we're not connecting here?
When I don't find myself writing them back right away.
Yeah.
When I'm waiting a day or two and not playing their game, because some of the guys that I do like want this little game and whatever. I'm pretty blunt and pretty open, but I'm also, if I allow it to be, pretty damn clingy.
Right.
So if I personally know that I haven't written this guy back in 2 days because I had to make myself not write him back, then I'm interested. If I'm just not writing him back because my life is just life, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Okay.
If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Yeah.
For me,
yes,
where I start to...
That's one too. I wish I was alone. So like that when I went out with that one guy the other night and I had 2 beers and I looked super cute and I got all dressed up and he was dirty mess. And I was miserable after 2 beers. And the bartender said, "You want a third?" And I said, "No, thank you." And I left to go sit by myself somewhere else than with that guy.
Yeah.
By myself. I'll have a better time. I'm funnier by myself. I at least could talk to the bartenders this way without having to entertain this folk.
I start thinking, this probably isn't going very well when I start having to ask questions like about the weather and color and like colors and TV shows and stuff like that. Like if the conversation hasn't been natural and awesome from the start, and then you're going down that route of like, so what are you binging now? You know?
And that's how it kind of went last night. This guy was really trying. I have any other woman, he is going to be a good man to somebody good.
Right.
He's good. But then he started asking me like my favorite, and I love talking about Spaceballs. He's all like, Spaceballs, I've never heard that as anybody's favorite movie ever, right? And he knows the movie and he thinks it's funny.
Right.
But it's still I don't know. It just wasn't there for me.
Another one for me, because I don't call these red flags. I guess I call these emotional red flags or like connection red flags. The other one that gets me, and I've noticed this a lot too, is when I could look at them and I could ask them like, literally, what do you know about me? Because I know everything about you. I've asked you all the questions. I know your whole family history. I know some traumatic things or some not traumatic things you've been through. I know why you are where you are today. I know what you're doing now. What do you know about me? Because if I stop asking questions about you, the conversation's over, right? That's one, and that one, and that's another one. Like you can usually tell that one in the first, 4, 5, 6 days, if not even sooner. So those are things I look for. Like I look for like I legitimately, I'll sit back and ask like, what do they really truly know about me? And if the answer is not much, then that's my first one where I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to cut bait on this, right? But otherwise, like, I don't know.
Okay.
I think after that, then I think the real work starts, because then I think then it can settle into something where like, you go through that initial get to know you phase, and then I think you can get comfortable like, well, I know everything about it and it all clicks, so I don't really have to put any work in,
Yeah. The hardest thing is when you're done with it and you've been done with it and then you see all the red flags that you like ignored. But it's also been very eye-opening. Like how the last one, I didn't meet not one of his friends. And did he just not have any? Like,
right.
So I don't know. I just not ready. I'm just not into it.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. I just want to this year. I want to take care of my health, mental health, and physical health, and I'm sorry, guy, if you're watching this and he's super nice,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't for me. Had a great
Yeah.
time. Great time.
It it really feels like, man, if I could characterize, I mean, not that it's none of my business, but just from the outside looking in, from me and knowing you, it really feels like after your last relationship, the dates that you're going on right now, it doesn't really feel like anybody has a chance. It really feels like you're just kind of exhausted right now in
You're
general.
right.
Like
Mhm.
I think that the perfect guy could come along right now and offer the perfect scenario and have everything that you're looking for. But I think right now you're in a spot where you're just tired and you kind of need to reset and recharge. And it sounds,
Yeah.
by the way, it sounds super, super hypocritical coming from me, the guy who's been a wreck for the last few months. I'm pharmaceutically okay right now, so that's why I'm saying what
I
I'm
know.
saying, because I feel okay. But for you, watching you from the outside in, you're exhausted right now. Like you
Yeah.
are. You had a really bad relationship, and you're
My
tired.
therapist and I had some little goals that we're working on moving forward because I was having a hard time still being angry.
Yeah,
So now she's like more helping me like, okay, well, now that you got it out of your system, let's talk about how we can, help you out now.
yeah,
So I think you're right. I'm tired and I hate everybody.
yeah,
I hate
yeah.
all these
I have.
guys.
You know what?
I
I have somebody. Say that again.
I hate all of these guys. And it's not fair because I know there are good men out there. You're a good guy. This guy
Yeah,
last night was a great guy. And I'm just not my wall's too built right now.
yeah. No, I get you. There are scenarios where it is legitimate, right person, wrong time, you know?
Yeah,
And sometimes there's nothing you can do about that. And sometimes that just hurts,
I
you know?
know.
But sometimes it's even if it hurts, it's the right thing to do. And
I
I think
know.
for you right now, I like outside looking in, I think that you've been unmarried long enough that you're kind of waiting and ready for that next chapter. But also because of your last relationship, maybe you're just not in the spot for it yet. But maybe that's like outside looking in, maybe it's kind of frustrating you a little bit right now, and maybe that's where a lot of the exhaustion is coming from.
It is frustrating me because while I'm out dating, I'm just like reminiscing over all like the good stuff, like that all that good stuff was hard to find the first time. But
Right,
the bad stuff wasn't worth it, obviously. The bad
right.
stuff was really, really bad.
And isn't
And,
this? Go
huh?
ahead. Go ahead. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like the connection and the activities that we like to do and our personalities and all that, like that was really hard for me to find.
Yeah, yeah. So so it's one of those things where like you're using him as a baseline for comparison, but man, I mean, and we always have to remind you, like you'll always hit us up and be like, remind me why I hate this guy, and then we'll fire off a whole bunch of texts, like why am I missing what I, and then it's like, hey, but remember all of this that was most of it.
You know what's funny is it's so funny how fast you are. Like if I write you or Jamie or Lisa or anybody and I'm like, why do I hate this guy? They're like, let me count the ways.
Like every single time you text me, the first thing I text back is, oh, you mean the guy that has like 7% custody of his kids? I don't know. Why do you like him? Oh, 4. Okay.
4% custody of his children.
I'll be like, well, maybe you miss him because like he's really active in parenting, and that's what you're looking for. Oh wait,
I
no, you
miss,
have a phenomenal co-parent.
I miss the anxiety of taking the wrong turn on my location services. You know how bad it was? I would leave my phone at home to go to the grocery store because I just didn't want to have him questioning why I was downtown.
Right, but listen though, listen. See, this is where the problem lies, right? Because you know all of those things, and you still miss that feeling, and you're still searching for it, even though right now you're exhausted and no good for anybody until you get that. But I don't mean that in a bad way, but like
I know.
you said it yourself. You don't like anybody right now, and you're still trying to fit square pegs into round holes with people that you don't want to be out with because you're not ready to.
I
And
know.
and in doing so, you leave the night frustrated because emotions for people got involved, and whether or not you're ready, that's still going to weigh on your head that emotions were there. So
Yeah.
So it's all baggage and it all adds up and you're going through it right now.
You're right. I know.
And on top of that, you didn't even appreciate the Counting Crows.
I didn't.
No. Down here, it's going to be a long December. Maybe Mr. Jones shows up. I don't know.
We have been in this business almost 20 years, and that was the most boring show of my entire career. You are the most emo dude.
Me?
And that was, you love the Counting Crows and the Goo Goo Dolls, and that's those music. I wanted to cry, and I didn't even know why. It was a beautiful night. Oh my god! And my dude was into it too. And I'm like, if I keep dating this guy, I'm gonna have to go to a Goo Goo Dolls concert.
So it sounds like he and I need to hang out a little bit.
You would really like him. He was a great guy.
If he's watching right now, can I tell you something?
Dad Joke City.
If he's watching right now, I want to tell, and anybody, by the way, listening, because you said emo. If you want to go super emo, there is an album that I've listened to on repeat almost every single day for the last 6 months. It's called Binocular by a band called Binocular. That's it. Just one word, Binocular, one album. It streams on all platforms. It is, the way the album is designed is it's basically, it starts as a breakup and it goes through the cycle of breaking up and all the emotions. And then it comes back up to getting back out there again. Every single song in order is like that. And so it starts super emo and then it ends emo, but it ends happy emo.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's a really, like, I'm so stuck on that.
Ian became besties with a guy I've gone out with before, and it didn't really end well for anybody.
I'm trying to think of which one that was.
Oh, are you joking? The one I hated. I was so mad at you for becoming friends with him.
Oh, yeah. You made me old man laugh.
All right.
I've had a congested chest for a while. So when I laugh, I sound like an 80-year-old smoker.
I'm glad it's not COVID, though.
It's not. Hey, hang in there. Come over if you need a break.
Thank you. I'll let you know how it goes with my shot.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.